Oui. Bonjour tout le monde. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenue à la meeting pour le mois d'octobre dans l'arrondissement de Greenfield Park du Conseil de la ville. Welcome everyone to the Borough Council meeting for the month of October in Greenfield Park. Before we start the meeting, I'd like to stand up and have a minute of silence for the passing of Mrs. Agnes Bowden. J'aimerais prendre une minute de silence pour le décès de Mme Agnes Bowden, qui est demeurée à Greenfield Park depuis 65 ans. Merci, thank you. Madame la greffière.
Oui, donc en 1.2, il est proposé d'adopter l'ordre du jour tel que soumis.
L'ordre du jour? Oui.
Et maintenant, c'est la période de questions du public.
Public question period. If you have any questions, please come to the microphone, state your name and what your problem is, and we'll try to respond as best we can to you. S'il y a des questions, juste venir au micro, dire c'est quoi votre problématique exactement, puis on va essayer de répondre le mieux qu'on peut.
Kevin Harling, 949 Dion. Two questions. One, with Halloween coming, I wonder if it's a possibility to get the street light in front of 949 Dion dimmed or covered for a period of 3 hours. I spend $1,000, $2,000 on decorations for the children. And since they installed the new light, the spectrum of the light or whatever, it just kills the decorations. It kills all the black lights. It kills everything.
I'll send a recate for you tomorrow morning and see what we could do. I don't know if they could dim the light. That's just a problem.
Or put a cover that we can just pull off after 3 hours with a cord or something.
Okay.
Just something.
I'll talk to the people at the Public Works and see what we could do about that.
My second question is, I'm just wondering what we're going to do about the rash of break-ins, the lack of police on Dion Street. We're going on 14 years now. Brought up speeding, we've brought up drag racing, we've brought up car surfing. Now we've had a rash of break-ins. I know one of the rumors going around is saying that the patrols have increased, which I can guarantee you I have 8 4K high-definition cameras. That's a lie. There has been only one police cruiser that came by this week, and that was to return a stolen bike. We're having break-ins on Barfoot, on Sanford, Springfield. We've had a rash of break-ins on Jude, on Dion, kayaks. We've got a kid walking down the street with kayaks in his arms at 2 in the morning, and the police don't see it. That's unreal. We've identified who the thief is. We've identified where they live. Police report has been filed. They have been actually confronted by some citizens to get their stuff back because the police aren't doing anything. Apparently they're known to police. So I'm just wondering when we're going to finally have some action taken, because apparently there was a break-in again Saturday night.
Okay, before we start, these people, you know that they're stealing the things in your area. Where do they live? Do you know?
It's off of Cummings on, I can't pronounce the street, I'll have to look it up.
Until or?
Yeah, off of Cummings and Pay. It's the horseshoe one.
Okay.
The front yard is full of, he's got like 30 or 40 rakes and shovels in his front yard. And it's a police report was filed by the gentleman that had his bicycle stolen. He gave them the name. He even confronted them face to face, and they admitted to it. They were guilty, and they were going to reimburse them. So they have an admission of guilt.
Okay, well, right now, if you can, I'd appreciate if you give me the proper address, and I'd appreciate it, because I'll personally send that, because I talked to one of the captains this morning on the telephone about certain things. There is one person that's been caught already, that in one of the groups has been stealing a lot of things. They've been caught.
Okay, because that happened Saturday night again.
There's another person that's under surveillance right now, and they will probably be caught hopefully between now and the end of the week with a lot more evidence. So there's work being done. I can tell you that right now. I'll probably call, what's his name? Excuse me. His name is Monsieur Christophe Fortin. Captain Christophe Fortin. He called me this morning and told me that there's work being done in the area. And like I said, there's 2 patrol cars all for Greenfield Park. If there's a need for any extra patrol cars, all they do makes a phone call and there'll be cars be there within less than 5 minutes. So they have a lot of, yeah, but that's that's not the point. If they know where there's certain people going, they could contact them. I've seen a lot of cars arrive at one point on my own street.
Okay, because I'll tell you what happened I came back on Thanksgiving Monday. My children were playing on the sidewalk with their little truck that they drive back and forth on the sidewalk, and a gentleman walks down the street swinging a butterfly knife in his hands as he walks by my children. A butterfly knife. Let me be very clear. A butterfly knife in Canada is in the Criminal Act and it's defined as a prohibited device. A prohibited device in Canada carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 3 years in prison. Okay? I called the police. They never showed up. Okay. I stood there for 2 hours. I gave my name, my number. I said, come see me. I will describe him. I will give you pictures off my camera for you. They never showed up. This gentleman was walking down the street carrying a prohibited device. Mandatory, minimum, 3-year prison term in Canada. Police never showed up. So Bob, I have to disagree.
Monday? That was the holiday Monday?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll note that down now, and I'll make sure that someone comes by your house and check that out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just a question. You're not, did you engage with the gentleman at all? No.
In Canada, engage with someone carrying a weapon?
I'm glad you're not.
Sure, that'll go over well.
What I'm really saying is the police do.
No, but I'm saying he was flinging a butterfly knife
I don't know
within
what I would do in the
6
same
inches of my son. All he had to do was go, and that was the end of it. No police showed up. I don't know how much more serious you can get.
That's pretty serious.
Thank you. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, M. Arlene fait une plainte maintenant parce qu'il veut savoir où sont les polices, parce qu'il y a beaucoup des maisons qui ont été défoncées. Il y a même, disent, la journée de la fête de l'Action de grâce, le lundi. Ces 2 enfants, ils ont joué dehors la maison sur le trottoir avec le petit camion, puis il y a un monsieur qui se promenait avec un couteau, là, puis il s'inquiétait, puis il a appelé la police, puis la police ne sont pas venus. Mais supposément, M. Harleen, il y a un couple de Kodak devant chez eux. Il y a toutes les photos. So, je m'en suis moi-même personnellement que la police va aller visiter M. Harleen chez eux pour montrer les photos de cet monsieur-là. Y a-t-il d'autres questions? Any other questions?
Great. It's Frank Bergman. I'm at 1059 Dion. Just wanted to let you know, we had been warned by you about a year ago that the back of the scrapyard is going, so they've emptied it out. They've begun to remove the boxcars, and I had a talk with the owner, and the owner told me that he's building 100 condos back and forth there, and that he'll be putting a fence and whatnot. We have not seen a fence, and he's already begun to remove.
Okay, well, yeah, but that's before he could even do that. He's got to get a permit from the city.
But he's already started to remove the boxcars.
Oh, that's fine. That's not a problem.
Yeah, except for when you remove the boxcars, it exposes our backyard to his yard.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But see, some people in their backyards have a fence already.
Yeah.
Not everyone does.
But is that backyard, sorry, is that considered St. Hubert, the backyard from there?
Yep.
Yes,
It is,
City Street.
okay.
Yeah.
But as Bob was mentioning too, for any construction to start, it has to go through urbanism, and there's been no plans, well. that
We
we've
haven't had it, but it'll probably go
Well,
through
he
St.
told me,
Hubert.
I've been talking to him.
Okay.
Because he's been coming back and forth. And he told me that it's him that's gonna be building, and that he'll be removing it. He's been told by the city to install a fence and some cedar hedges.
Could you give your phone number to the Graffier there, and I'm gonna call you back tomorrow if you don't mind?
No, I don't mind.
Okay. Before you leave, just give your number to the Graffier and I'll,
If
okay?
Oh, you have me on Facebook.
Yeah,
If
yeah, I
he's
know.
been told,
I'd rather call you.
if he's been told to do certain things, there must be something going on
That's
within
what
the
I mean.
CCU.
That's what I mean.
So, yeah, but unfortunately, that's the St. Hubert CCU.
Yeah.
So what we can do is maybe reach out and see from that
Yeah,
side,
I don't
because
know about
what
that.
they're doing will have an effect on
Yeah.
Greenfield Park residents.
Obviously, the whole street,
Yeah.
the back end.
It is Pat's Auto, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Monsieur Bergman, il y a un problème maintenant, c'est qu'il demeure sur la rue Dion, au bout, sur les maisons sous Dion, en arrière, face à la rue Soucy. C'est un ancien Pat Garage, scrapyard. Puis là, maintenant, ils ont tout vendu, puis là, ils vont tout enlever. Le salaire, tout le stock est déjà tout parti. Mais il reste encore des containers comme des anciennes boîtes de train en arrière, de leur clôture, eux autres. Puis là, à un moment donné, il y a certains citoyens qui demeurent sur Dion, ils n'ont pas de clôture. La clôture, c'était le wagon en arrière. Ça dérange certaines personnes maintenant parce que là, lui, supposément, il dit qu'il va poser une clôture. Mais il y a des places où le wagon est déjà parti, mais il n'y a pas de clôture. Je vais informer le président de l'arrondissement de Saint-Hubert demain. Je vais parler avec, puis je vais vous donner des nouvelles. Is there anyone else has any other questions? Bonjour.
Je reste au 962 Jude, M. Camacho, Juan Pablo Camacho.
972?
962
962.
Jude.
Oui.
C'est ça, et je voudrais juste faire mention, je pense qu'il y a du monde qui ont vu sur Facebook, il y a eu des vols dans le quartier, énormément. Puis je me demandais comment ça se fait qu'il n'y a jamais de police. Je prends des marches avec mon chien entre 9h puis, mettons, 1h du matin, vu que depuis qu'il y a les événements, je prends des marches, je dors beaucoup moins, mais je vois jamais de police. Fait que ma question était comment ça se fait, puis en plus, on sait c'est qui. C'est sûr qu'on ne veut pas nuire à une enquête aussi, là.
Non, je comprends.
Fait que c'est pour ça que je comprends pas comment ça se fait que ça bouge un peu plus. Aujourd'hui, j'ai eu un appel d'un agent, fait que je sais qu'il y a suite quand même, mais je trouve qu'il n'y a pas assez de présence policière en ce moment, puis il y a des vols à tous les jours. Presque tous les jours, il y a des cabanons. C'est pas tout le monde qui les reporte, parce que c'est pas tout le monde qui a confiance à la police. Fait que, mais j'en ai eu d'autres que les gens ils veulent pas les reporter, leurs vols. Fait que c'est pour ça que puis c'est énorme, là, puis c'est des jeunes, puis tout le monde le sait, tout le monde les connaît. Fait que je voulais savoir s'il y avait possibilité de renforcer un peu la présence policière dans le secteur, surtout les nuits, là.
Je vais faire le mieux que je peux. J'ai déjà un couple de citoyens qui a déjà parlé de la même problématique que toi.
OK.
On voit
Je suis désolé, j'étais un
qu'il y
petit
a
peu
un manque de police à quelque part. Mais regarde, je vais parler encore avec le capitaine Fortin, puis je vais parler encore, parce que là, on va dire que les citoyens de Greenfield Park qui ont venu au meeting, puis sont plaints, qu'ils ne voient pas de police du tout, là.
C'est ça. Puis c'est surtout, tu sais, moi, ça fait 36 ans, là, je suis arrivé, j'ai arrivé du Chili, puis je suis arrivé à Greenfield Park. J'ai grandi à Greenfield Park, puis mon père reste à Greenfield Park, puis ma cousine reste à Greenfield Park. J'ai plein de monde, mes amis, toutes mes amis proches. Puis là, je me rends compte qu'on est 5-6 personnes que je connais directement, que ça fait 10-15 ans que je n'avais pas vu, mais qui restent juste au bout de Park Lane, au bout de... Tu sais, comme à un moment donné, ça n'a pas d'allure qu'on se fait tous voler, tu sais, puis personne ne fait rien, là.
Mais je peux vous dire qu'il y a déjà une personne qui est déjà pognée. Avec la police, ils ont déjà pogné une personne pour le vol de Greenfield Park.
Okay.
Puis il y a une autre personne qui sont en train de suivre à ce temps-ci. Ils sont en train de vérifier. Ça se peut que lui va être pincé cette semaine.
Okay.
Ça, juste pour vous dire
Ouais,
qu'il travaille.
c'est ça.
Ça, je peux vous dire. Puis j'ai eu une confirmation du capitaine ce matin. Il y a des affaires qui bougent. Des fois, on ne voit pas de la police, c'est vrai. Tu sais, un auto de police qui est peinturé avec le cerise dessus. On ne voit pas souvent, mais des fois, il y a des autos fantômes qui se promènent.
Oui, les banalisés.
Je ne peux pas vous dire qu'ils promènent toujours dans la voiture.
C'est correct, non, puis c'est correct, puis je comprends ça. Mais l'autre chose aussi que je me suis rendu compte dans le bout de Dion, puis tout ce secteur-là, il y a souvent des lampadaires qui éteignent, puis ils ne marchent pas, puis il fait noir, puis...
Mais
je sais pas s'il y a la possibilité
quand vous voyez des lampadaires qui sont brûlés, de juste appeler le 3-1 ou un
3-1-1.
courriel 3-1 à Longueuil.Québec.
OK.
Puis tu l'envoies la requête, tu prends une photo
OK.
si tu peux pour le transférer.
OK.
Ou l'adresse où c'est lampadaire.
Parce que j'ai
brûlé.
comme l'impression que sur ma rue, ben là, c'est sûr qu'on check plus, puis comment ça se fait, il y en a un qui éteint à un moment donné. Il repart, mais il éteint, tu sais. Fait que,
Mais là, il y a une problématique avec. Tu peux toujours l'envoyer. Tu peux téléphoner le 3-1
OK.
ou l'envoyer un courriel.
Parfait.
Puis, gêne-toi pas.
Juste
il
pour
va venir
renforcer la
réparer.
sécurité dans le coin. Moi, je me suis mis des caméras et tout, là, mais c'est beaucoup mieux, là, c'est plus chill, là, mais quand même, là, on sait, jeudi, il y a eu un autre... moi, ça a été dimanche, le jeudi, ma voisine en face, fait que là, on s'est dit, wow, là, ça n'a pas d'allure, là. Fait que les voisins, on a beaucoup de contacts maintenant, les voisins, on s'est tous donné nos cellulaires, fait que on a quand même les yeux ouverts, là, mais là, c'est rendu aussi qu'on se méfie de tous, là.
Ouais. Demain, je viens me planer avec la ville, tous les conseillers municipaux dans la ville de Longueuil. Puis,
OK.
je vais mentionner la problématique qu'on a avec les vols qui se font à Greenfield Park. Puis, même au conseil le mardi prochain, je vais poser la question publiquement pour demander quand est-ce qu'il va y avoir plus de présence policière dans l'arrondissement de Greenfield Park.
Mais je pense que on va arriver à bout de quelque chose avec tout ce qui s'est passé dans les dernières semaines.
j'espère.
Puis, c'est ça, mais on voulait juste faire aussi que les citoyens, on est préoccupés un petit peu par la situation.
comprends ça.
Tu sais, on va travailler, puis nos enfants, puis ci, puis ça. Vous savez, hein, vous habitez ici.
Merci
Merci beaucoup. Hein,
M.
merci à vous
Tavares.
autres.
Y a-t-il d'autres questions? Any other questions?
Good evening. Eddie Melsbach, 1086 Rue Cascade.
Excuse me?
Sorry?
1086 Rue Cascade. I got one comment regarding the break-ins. Last year, somebody broke into my car, and unfortunately, there was a key of another car in there, and it got stolen. I went wondering, and the police came and put in a report. However, the crime was never solved. I'm wondering if these break-ins have anything to do with the reasons with the stolen car.
I tell you the honest truth, I don't think so. I know a personal friend of ours, the three of us, she bought a brand new car, and I don't think she had it even 5 months. And they came by, they got these special detectors now, and they just looked for the sound, and they got it. And their daughter came in at 12:30 at night, the car was still parked in the driveway. Okay, so she walked in the house, and like I say, by 1 o'clock, the car was still there. When the lady got up in the morning at 6:30 in the morning, the car was gone. You know, these people are specialists in what they do now, and they just look for certain cars, and they know how to detect them, and they're gone with them.
And this car also was automatic start. There was no key to it. It was electronic start, so there's...
Okay. Well, this vehicle here was an older vehicle.
Okay.
It didn't have any of the
Yeah.
newfangled
I guess with the...
options on it.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've noticed is on Hudson, on the corner of Hudson and the Cascade, there's a stop sign there. Nobody ever stops. Okay? It is unbelievable at how many people go through that stop sign. Remove it. Nobody uses it. Just remove it. It's not a dangerous area. Okay? Yes, it's in front of the school, but it's right in the middle of I don't know what the name of the street is, but Bellevue and the other end. Okay? And the Cascade is right in the middle. Remove it. Dominion?
It's Dominion.
Dominion. Nobody stops there, and if they do, it's just to slow down, just to make sure that no other cars are coming. Now, earlier on in the meeting, you mentioned that there's 2 vehicles from the police that are going through Greenfield Park.
That's right.
Since when has this been going on?
Well, as far as I could vouch, or maybe from my 2 colleagues, I've known that there's always supposed to be 2 cars going on in the borough of Greenfield Park. And whenever there's specific other problems, they have other cars come in at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I said, they don't have to have a cherry on top of them. Some it could be unmarked cars that be going around and driving, and you don't know. I don't know if you realize, you see a lot of tickets being given out. Sometimes you see the flashing lights going on the back of a car. Well, that's an unmarked car.
Yes, you know.
Okay, so I mean, they're around a lot. These people drive around a lot. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that they could be driving around in Greenfield Park doing that. But I know right now, there is 2 cars going around in the community of Greenfield Park. And then when they need extra cars, they just make the phone call, there's other cars that come
Okay.
as soon as
But
they
I
can.
don't know if you've noticed too, on Bellevue, in front of the church there, they've had an unmarked car, and they've been giving tickets left, right, and center. So I don't know if it's coincidental that they're making more of a presence in that area, but they have, in the last week and a half, they've been up and down that street.
I hadn't
quite
noticed,
often.
really, to
Oh,
be
you
honest
haven't?
with you. They're unmarked, so you're
Yeah.
not supposed to know that.
No, but I see them pulled over, like they're pulling over.
Yeah, but you see, sometimes I get the feeling that we don't get a representation from the police force, because it could be months that I don't see a vehicle around. Actually, I think it was even on Monday that I actually saw 1 vehicle coming in from Dominion. And it's
Well,
got
okay.
to, so something's got to be done.
No, I agree.
I have my fence to the backyard is locked, and as well as my cabano is locked, so that in the event somebody wants to go jump in and go over the fence and take something, and they can't do it. They'll have to jump a 6-foot fence first.
Okay.
Pardon me? And they'll do it. So,
But you know, I personally, I agree with you, and we've had a lot of break-ins, even last winter too. There was more than seems to have ever happened before, and it's a concern. And again, Bob has been in contact with the police, the chief of police, on a regular basis, and it will make it known that it's unacceptable. We demand,
I just
equal
want
services.
some representation.
Exactly.
On this, especially on this side of for Greenfield Park, I'm sure the other side of Greenfield Park, they have plenty of representation.
No, but like I said, it's like I said, there's 2 cars, so I mean, they're not gonna be everywhere all
Oh.
at one time, we understand that.
No,
But
that I
like I said,
understand.
just to let you know that, like I told the other 2 citizens before.
Yep.
I will speak about this at a meeting on Tuesday night,
Perfect.
definitely, publicly. So if you want, you can go on the, publicly on YouTube and watch the meeting live, and you can see that, don't worry, I'll bring it up, it's not a problem.
Excellent.
Okay.
And
Thank you
I'm
very
just
much.
gonna add
Yes.
one point to it too, is that I'm gonna request to Bob that we ask, one thing happens is, you know, we have a police car that shows up and spends a number of hours on one corner. I have more problem with that than, you know, doing your route.
Yes,
I would prefer to see a route to sitting on a corner and saying, I've been in my area for 4 hours, but you've really only been on one corner, and it's been a profit center the whole time.
yes,
I have a problem with that.
I agree.
So
I
maybe
agree.
we need to see a different style of policing. And if they're here, that they should be seen on all streets, because that's what it's going to help avoid the criminal aspect from hanging around. They don't
Right,
like to be
right.
with the police.
And then again, a citizen can go up to the car and speak to them and see, because it's us, the citizens, that look around for each other, and if they see something conspicuous, they can at least approach the vehicle and talk to the police officer at that time.
Agreed. Just better use of our resources, I think.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much for your intervention.
I thank you.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Pour le citoyen qui était ici tantôt, c'est un autre vol de véhicule qui est arrivé, puis là, il avait des clés dans son auto, puis il pensait que c'était un autre clé dans un autre auto, puis à un moment donné, il s'inquiétait, il voulait savoir si c'est rapport avec des véhicules qui sont volés à ce temps ici. C'est pas vraiment la situation. Il y a des autos qui ont flambé en neuf qui ont été volés dernièrement. Ça ne prend même pas un clé pour rentrer, c'est juste un code électronique. So, c'est sûr et certain, on a des problématiques à vérifier. On va parler avec la police. Puis tout de suite, avant que je commence avec la rencontre du meeting, il y a un numéro, je ne sais pas si tout le monde a une plume ou un morceau de papier. C'est si on voit quelque chose de la drogue ou des vols des maisons, ou tu vois quelqu'un en train de voler une maison, il y a un numéro de téléphone qui c'est le 450-646-8500. Je vais rappeler, t'inquiète pas. So it's 450-646-8500. Ça, là, c'est un ligne que tu peux parler, tu vas dire, ça ne va pas nulle part. Il n'y a personne qui va savoir que tu as appelé ce numéro de téléphone-là pour faire une plainte, ou une plainte pour la vol, ou une plainte que tu as vu un drug deal qui est en train de se passer à quelque part. So, quitte pas avec ça. C'est une place anonyme, puis tu fais ton téléphone, tu dis qu'est-ce qui se passe, puis ils vont vérifier votre élaboration que vous avez faite. OK? So, n'importe quel temps. Puis oui, c'est déjà sur mon Facebook aussi du président de l'arrondissement. Mais juste pour vous dire maintenant, là, gênez-vous pas. C'était très important. La police, le capitaine Fortin qui me l'a dit donner ça ce matin. Puis il dit, tu pourrais partager ça dans votre réunion ce soir. So, c'est ça que j'ai fait. So, n'importe quel temps, tu vois quelque chose qui ne va pas bien dans le secteur, téléphone ce numéro-là, puis dis dans le secteur que vous êtes, puis ils vont l'envoyer quelqu'un. OK?
Bobby, just repeating the number one more time.
450-646-8500.
Est-ce que là, vous avez le numéro de téléphone? You got it? OK. OK. So, ça met fin de notre question pour le meeting. Y a-t-il d'autres questions pour le moment des citoyens?
Will Greenfield Park be banning the smoking of marijuana in public areas like other cities?
There's,
Parks and where children are?
well, let's put it this way. The where there's smoking, so right now, in any buildings, you're going to be like, I think, 9 meters away from a building for smoking. It's going to be the exact same thing for the drugs. Parks, the whole same thing, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and like I said,
Schools,
it's going to be a big thing coming up right now. It's going to be a big test for the police also at the same time. So I wonder what's going to happen there. But yes, that's exactly the same rules applies for cigarettes. It's going to be the exact same thing. Okay?
Hi, Sandra Chaperon, at the 962 9th on Jude Street.
Okay.
I was thinking also, I'm a bus driver for the RTL, and I can do like 6 runs of the 4, and I'll never see a cop. And I was wondering if there's any way, since the police are often asking us to keep a lookout, if they're looking for somebody or something, I don't know if certain informations could be shared with them, if there's like suspects or things that happen, those boroughs could also keep a lookout and be, you know, have a joint,
Well, I know some of the, some of the RTL bus drivers in the past have helped some people that were lost or, you know, they got dementia and they lost it. They picked them up and brought them to a safe place. And we're grateful for that, and we appreciate that.
but, you know, sometimes just like, you know, to mention it or have, you know, like flyers passed out.
Okay.
I don't know if you can get in contact with the union or something, and I'm sure that they would have no problem in putting these things in our break rooms.
Okay.
Just to, you know, sometimes you just need to remind people to keep a
Sure.
lookout.
Well,
Do you
I know
have a
Mr. Veilleux
monitoring
very well.
system in the buses now where you have contact directly with
Well, we always have the radios. All the 2017s have cameras now. So if any suspects or anything come in, at least, you know,
I
they're
appreciate that.
filmed.
Good
But
idea.
we do all have, all the buses now have well, when they're working, they all have them.
Thank you very much. La madame, c'était un chauffeur pour la RTL. Elle a dit même si on peut partager des affaires avec les chauffeurs de RTL, s'il y a quelque chose qui se passe, ou on peut passer des pamphlets, eux autres sur des yeux puis les oreilles, qu'est-ce qui se passe dans l'arrondissement aussi, ou pour toute la grande ville de Longueuil. Ça, je trouve que c'est une bonne affaire. Je vais parler. Je connais M. Veilleux très bien, qui est le directeur du RTL. So, je vais donner un petit téléphone demain pour lui parler de ça. So, merci beaucoup pour toutes les interventions. Thank you for all for your questions. OK, 1.4.
Approuver le procès-verbal de la séance du Conseil de l'arrondissement de Greenfield Park du 10 septembre dernier tel que soumis.
Approve the minutes for the Greenfield Park Borough Council's regular meeting held on September 10th, 2018. 2.1.
Le dépôt du procès-verbal de la réunion du comité consultatif d'urbanisme du 21 août dernier.
Deposit the minutes of the Planning Advisory Committee meeting held on August 21st, 2018. 6.1.
C'est le dépôt de la liste des demandes d'achat pour le mois de septembre 2018 au montant de 18 542,73.
This is a list of deposit of purchases to be considered as a report, the authorization of expenditures granted under the delegation for the period of September 1st to September 30th, 2018. 8.1.
Adopter le règlement GP 2018-123 modifiant le règlement de zonage 728 afin de modifier la définition du terme hauteur de bâtiment en étage.
Adoption of bylaw GP 2018-123, modifying zoning bylaw 728 in order to modify the definition of a term building height in floor. 8.2.
C'est un avis de motion.
c'est moi qui vais répondre. Moi, je donne l'avis de motion d'un règlement à se représenter pour modifier le règlement de zonage 728 afin d'arrondir au plan de zonage la zone R31 à même la zone P37.
8.3.
Adopter le premier projet de règlement GP 2018-124 dont l'avis de motion vient d'être donné au point précédent.
Adoption of first draft bylaw GP 2018-124, modifying zoning bylaw 728 in order to expand the zone R31 within the zone P37. Pour ceux et celles qui ne savent pas c'est quoi cet règlement-là, c'est sur la rue de Churchill, ou de l'ancienne église qui était là à la, what was the name of the street? What's the name of the church again?
The church was,
Anyway, je vais revenir à mon cerveau tantôt, là. C'est une église, c'est à Saint-Anastas, qui était sur Churchill. L'église a été vendue, il a été démoli, puis il va construire des blocs appartements, de 92 blocs appartements. Puis là, maintenant, pour faire tous les changements qu'ils veulent dans cette zone-là, il faut qu'ils modifient le règlement. C'est ça qu'ils ont fait. So, for the 728, the church that was on Churchill St. Anastas, it was demolished, and now they're going to be building apartment blocks there with 92 lodgings inside of it, and they had to modify the zone R31 and P37 to let this place be built. So that's it. 12.1.
Donc, c'est la période d'intervention des membres du Conseil.
Mr. Doonan?
Alors, c'est moi qui commence rapidement. Oublie pas, le 11 novembre, la prochaine, c'est la journée de souvenirs. Ça vient bientôt. Deuxième, on est dans la saison du déneigement, ou proche de là. On va continuer avec le gravier parce qu'on n'avait pas trouvé une meilleure solution là-dessus. Oui, en effet, tout le monde a beaucoup de misère avec. On suggère de protéger votre terrain devant votre maison, si possible, avec un tarpaulin, quelque chose comme ça va facilement vous aider dans le printemps pour enlever le gravier. Oui, en effet, dans une semaine, marijuana, il va être légal partout le Québec. Il y a encore beaucoup à faire et juste vous dire que il y en a beaucoup des choses qui roulent présentement en arrière pour trouver un win-win où ce que le monde qui veut rien savoir du pot, ils sont aussi protégés par les lois. Mais il y a beaucoup qui va changer aussi. On travaille ensemble, mais tout est flamme à neuf pour moi et pour tout le monde. Et dernièrement, je suis bien d'accord avec les commentaires aujourd'hui de la police et comment on peut servir et protéger mieux qu'aujourd'hui. Moi aussi, comme j'avais mentionné déjà, j'ai un peu la misère si on est disposé d'avoir un char dans les deux secteurs, deux chars complètement pour le Greenfield Park. Pourquoi on a si nombreux des citoyens qui disent qu'ils ne voient pas? Alors, c'est peut-être le cas où c'est pas que le char n'est pas là, c'est simplement qu'est-ce qu'il fait quand ils sont dans notre territoire. Alors, peut-être quelque chose à mentionner à la police. Je vais parler avec Bob et on va faire notre meilleur à trouver une solution. Not to forget, in 1 month from now, we'll have Remembrance Day, so please come out and support your veterans. For me, I have a son in the Army, so I think it's an important thing, but I hope you see it as well. Yes, the snow season's coming, and gravel is still part of that mix. To be honest with you, there's no better solution yet, but I know I took 200 pounds of gravel off my yard in Park Lane in the spring, so I feel your pain. The suggestions that are out there, use a tarp, put something down to protect your grass. You can pull it up in the spring, and it's a lot easier to clean up. But I do feel your pain. I wish we had a better solution. We don't yet. Believe you me, we're looking into it. There are a lot of different products out there that we're studying to see if it works better. And in a week from now, the law on cannabis is changing. It becomes a legal substance. And that's going to cause a lot of issues in Longueuil. We don't know what those issues are yet. Maybe just luckily, it'll be a win-win right away. The government will get revenue, control the substance better, and we won't see an increase in the usage. And that would be a good scenario. But because it's so new and so big, you have to give us time to work with our Quebec counterparts and figure out what a win-win is. But that is something of importance for us. And lastly, I have to agree that I see the citizens here complaining about the lack of police vehicles on the road, and I know Bob's right when he says that there's 2 vehicles specifically on the road for us in Greenfield Park. The question, I guess, is to ask is what are they doing while they're here? And I have a problem when a police car is parked for many hours doing a stop sign. I think the protégé part of policing is as if not more important, and the reason we have police to begin with is to protect the citizens. So I'll speak with Bob about that and see if we can come up with a plan to better serve the Greenfield Park. Merci. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Doonan. Merci, Peter. Mr. Wilson?
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. La semaine prochaine, le tournoi de Old Timers à Greenfield Park se tiendra au Cynthia Cool Arena le 14 octobre au 21 octobre. Tout l'argent amassé ira à des organismes et des bénéficences locaux. S'il vous plaît, participez, s'il vous plaît. Also, le soirée spaghetti pour le panier Noël, c'est le 3 novembre à la Légion de Greenfield Park. Ça commence à 6 heures. Pour les billets, appelle Bob ou moi. Thank you for being here. Just to let you know, the Old Timers Hockey Tournament starts this Sunday, the 14th of October, running through the 21st of October at the Cynthia Cool Arena. So please come out and support it. All the money raised goes to local organizations in Greenfield Park, so it's a great event. We'd like to see you out there. And also the spaghetti dinner for the Greenfield Park Christmas baskets is on the 3rd of November at the Legion in Greenfield Park. So it starts at 6 o'clock. If you'd like to buy any tickets, just contact Bob or myself. We'll have a lot. And again, it's all going back locally to the needy people of our community. So thank you for being here this evening.
Merci, Wade. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Je vais faire une petite intervention. Les scouts, cette année, ils vont faire une levée de fonds, ramassage des bouteilles, des canettes. Ça va être le 20 octobre. Ça va être fait dans le stationnement de la Légion ou l'Arena Cynthia Cool. Aussi, je voulais dire encore le fameux message pour la police, pour les vols ou la drogue, le 450-646-8500. Very important. Also, like I said, for the Boy Scouts, they're having their bottle drive in Greenfield Park on the 20th of October. It's going to be another fundraiser for themselves. They will have camps and activities for the kids for next year. And also, I want to mention also that Halloween is coming around the corner. Please be very careful when you're driving at nighttime for the kids being on the street with their trick-or-treats. Soyez prudents pour le Halloween, pour les jeunes, parce qu'il faut être très prudent pour les jeunes qui se promènent dans les rues. C'est très important. Et je vous jure, comme ce soir, je remercie tous les citoyens qui sont venus ici ce soir pour parler de leurs problématiques avec la police. I'd like to thank all the citizens that came here tonight for their problems they have with the police right now in our community. And for sure, I'll be talking about it tomorrow, and I'll also be talking publicly on Tuesday. So hopefully I'll get some answers from them, and they'll want to meet with me. And maybe, worst comes to worst, I'll try to have a meeting of information one night, maybe for the citizens, and see what we can do with that. Okay? So, merci beaucoup. Bonne fin de soirée, puis on va se revoir le mois prochain. Thank you.